Greetings, contractor. Welcome to the Tartarus sector, deadly as it is beautiful. I'm Operator Soldano. I serve as a flight officer for the United Trade Consortium Security Division. While you're here, you'll be working under my supervision. As I'm sure you realize with the length of our trip up the Perseus Arm, we are far from civilization. Resources to secure this sector are hard to come by, and we have a lot of work to do. After the long trip to get here, I'm sure you need to hone your skills. We prepped a training exercise to get you back in the saddle. Open up the contract board in front of you and select your first assignment.
Okay, contractor. I know you're an experienced Minos pilot, but since we couldn't take these birds out for a spin while the Condottiero was in transit, you might be a bit rusty. What's more, this model of Minos is different. We've added a few new modifications, a warp drive being the biggest one. I've set up some targets to bring us back up to speed. This shouldn't take too long, and you'll need to be at
Gang paused.
peak performance for the rest of our tour of duty. Head to the first warp gate. Contractor. I know you're an experienced Minos pilot, but since we couldn't take these birds out for a spin while the Condottiero was in transit, you might be a bit rusty. What's more, this model of Minos is different. We've added a few new modifications, a warp drive being the biggest one. I've set up some targets to bring us back up to speed. This shouldn't take too long, and you'll need to be at peak performance for the rest of our tour of duty. Now, let's test the afterburners. The new Minos has a thrust capacitor to prevent the engines from overheating. Boost a couple of times to become familiar with the limiter's cooldown time. It's time to test your ship's weapons. Pull the primary fire trigger to fire the energy cannons. Let's see if you can eliminate your first enemy in the Tartarian theater, the fearsome cargo container. Fantastic! I'm sure the independents of Tartarus fear you already. Head to Warp Gate 3. I've got a bit of a surprise for you. And it isn't more cargo containers. The Minos is equipped with a missile launcher and I've just disabled the safety, as well as the flight inhibitors on 3 captured Liberation fighters. You wanted a warm-up, and today's your lucky day. The lock. Hold your gaze on the target. The reticle will turn red when the lock has been acquired. Pull the secondary fire trigger to fire a missile. If you lose sight of your target, the lock will be lost. contractor. Looks like you'll be able to look after yourself out here. Now prepare to jump out. Your ship's warp drive is triangulated by mission control. It's the only way to get the warp drive to work in these smaller fighters. To jump, align your ship with the warp vector. Report to debriefing after arrival.